Hey, everybody. It's me, Jake, from Jakin Off. Thanks for tuning in to another episode. This week, I got a couple of very funny comedians, special guests, Bry Weltz and Dayton Bissett. Let them hear it. Give it up for Bry and Dayton, everybody. Dayton and Bry are originally from Kansas City, and now they live in New York. They were a couple New York comedians out in New York City. And yeah, make sure you give him a follow on Instagram. You can find Bry at Bry Weltz, Weltz, as in zipper. And then Dayton at Dayton Bissett, Bissett. Yeah, follow them on social media. They're always posting funny stuff. They got their stand-up dates on there. And they get around, you know. They could be coming to a town near you pretty soon. So check them out. Make sure you give them a follow. As always, you can follow this podcast at jakin.off.podcast, and you can send anything at all to jakin.off.podcast at gmail.com. I'll look at it at least once. So that's the rule, and that's the intro. Thanks so much for tuning in to another episode. I love you, and have a good listen to the episode. Enjoy the episode.
And
Maybe they'll
Legos.
put me in Fortnite one day.
That's true.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Sick.
Yeah.
That'd
Jake
be
Redpack in Fortnite?
Yes.
What would your emote be?
I would go.
Jakin Off.
Yeah, be me jaking off.
Are you sitting down and doing a podcast?
It would be like this. It would be like.
Yeah. That's perfect.
Yeah, that's what it would be.
A bunch of kids doing that dance.
Dude, Evan Golt and I had these ideas for because you ever see comedians' headshots where it'll be like a comedian will have like a fucking microphone in their hand and they'll be like,
Oh yeah, those are great.
what is this doing here?
Those are great.
What? I guess I gotta do comedy now.
Yeah.
Or something. It's so, or like, dude, I've seen people who have the microphone like wrapped around their hand.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, you got roped into it, dude. He was born this way. And
Can't stop.
Dude, Evan and I came up with so many funny ideas. I wish that Evan has them on their phone, and I wish I would have known that I was going to think about this today, because one of them that I know for sure is like that it's like you're like up against you're up against the door with like the mic cord is like wrapped around a doorknob and then like around your neck. But when I came up with it, it's like the idea is that you can still like you can snake the microphone cord down the back of your shirt and like through your pants and have it like coming out of the fly of your pants like the microphone is your penis.
Oh yeah.
I was really proud of that. Or like one of them is like, and the whole time, anytime you're doing it, you got your hands up like this, like every picture. One of them that we came up with is like, it's like a glory hole, but a microphone is coming
Yes.
and we're like, oh.
That's funny.
What am I gonna do with this?
That's actually a great headshot. That's not even that's really good. You get booked with that.
I like
what do you think of the
headshots are the
people?
worst.
I've seen this on some Facebook profiles where it's someone like doing comedy, but they're looking right at the camera and smiling. Like,
yeah.
So are they just like
somebody's submission tape or something, or something?
just like a photo?
Oh,
of them,
a
like,
photo of them, and it's like timed as such that they're like looking directly at the camera.
Yeah, I have one. I'll show you.
That's so
and
funny.
then you could put it on here, but there's one guy I think of in specific.
When I first started doing comedy, people always would post pictures of them performing at the Improv.
Yeah.
And there would be times where like they would be having an open mic there, like a show or something, and somebody would come to it and then be like, "Hey, will you take a picture of me on the stage?"
Oh,
really quick. Like they didn't perform there actually, and they just got a picture of themselves.
Yeah, that happened.
I'm not gonna name any names, but that's so weird.
Isn't that
that's
little...
just like too.
It's odd.
It's not candid.
Yeah,
it's not very a candid shot.
It's cute.
It's very Pearl.
Pearl.
Have you seen Pearl?
No.
Oh yeah. Okay.
What is it?
Never mind.
What's that?
That's Pearl.
That's from Pearl?
It's have you seen like X? No. You gotta watch these two movies. They're like they go in together. Pearl's like a prequel of that. And it's like
really?
this
What's
crazy
X
girl.
about?
X is they go to this like weird house, like Airbnb type, but it's like in the 70s to like shoot a porn. And then there's like these two old people that live there who's renting out their like barn.
Yeah.
And they start like killing them and all that.
The old people do?
Yeah. And then Pearl's like about the grandma, but when she was younger. It's like really good movies. A24 type, you know?
A24 type, dude.
Yeah. It's very A24 style, and it's also A24.
Nice. Yeah, I only watch A24 films now, dude.
They're good.
They are good. Dude, have you guys seen the Pope is having a bunch of comedians? He's to the Vatican. He's inviting like Whoopi Goldberg and like it's crazy. He's becoming friends with all these comedians. And honestly, what's really funny about it actually is he's inviting like it's Whoopi Goldberg, Jimmy Fallon, Chris Rock, Stephen Colbert, Conan O'Brien. It's over 100 comedians that he's inviting there. And
I just need to laugh.
I find the timing of it interesting though, because 2 instances recently he's gotten in trouble for saying the F slur in meetings about gay people. Like, he's not actually, because he's saying it in like fucking Latin or like Italian or whatever the fuck the Pope talks in. Yeah. Maybe he's actually from, I think, South America, so potentially he could be speaking in Spanish, I guess. But
yeah. I know nothing about
he keeps saying it, and then
Pope.
Everybody keeps being like, hey man, why do you keep saying it?
You
don't have to say it.
Yeah. He's like, that's how God tells me.
Well, sorry, dude, I'm trying to have a comedy festival.
Yeah.
He's like, what do you want me to do?
He's been listening to a lot of podcasts.
Yeah, he's been listening to too much Joe Rogan.
Yeah. He's like, I couldn't get Joe.
Dude, yeah, what do you think the Pope's favorite podcasts are?
Probably Rogan.
Yeah.
Rogan.
Yeah, Rogan.
Tuesdays with Stories.
Jaking off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say because he wants to get to the root of the problem.
Imagine if he went on Rogan. That'd be
Pope?
cool. Yeah,
that would be crazy.
That would be a good episode. We would all have to listen. You have to listen to that one. Yeah, someone has a joke about it might be someone here, I forget, but they're like, I only listen to Rogan if it's someone I like on it or something. That's kind of not.
No, I don't know if that's a joke. I feel like that's just something that I hear people say.
Really? Yeah, because it's a very real thing.
Yeah, I think it's a way that a lot of people feel about that podcast. Yeah. I don't know, dude. I think that Joe Rogan's probably pretty scared right now because he sees jakin.off.
Yeah.
And
it's climbing.
Distance, I'm
it's
fucking
coming.
Catching, dude.
Yeah,
I'm on his heels.
It's coming.
I actually am right now negotiating a $200 million contract.
Really?
With Spotify. Yeah.
Wow.
They're like, we need you and your 15 listeners to come on over. We're gonna give you $200 million. I think that's approximately 1.5 million per listener.
Wow.
That you have.
That's sick. Yeah, he's getting nervous. Rogan's shaking in his boots.
Yeah, dude, he's scared. He's worried that I'm gonna start having a guy on that takes his shirt off.
Yeah. That could be me.
He's worried that the comedians I'm friends with are even bigger douchebags. That's gonna propel me to fame, dude. Yeah.
Well, he's scared.
Yeah, dude. He's worried that I'm going to the fucking Vatican, dude.
But you wouldn't listen to that episode if the Pope went on?
Maybe. I don't know, dude. I'm just not giving a fuck about
really
the Pope,
quick.
honestly.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know anything about him.
People keep being like, it's the most progressive Pope of all time. And I'm like, that fucking doesn't mean shit.
Yeah.
Like, that's fucking
Well, it sounds like
dude.
he's saying the F slur a lot, so I don't know. I don't know what these other popes are doing that's making him more progressive.
Are either of you guys religious? Were you, like, raised religious?
My mom's Catholic, and I never went to church, and my dad thinks that aliens brought us here. So I don't know anything
Sick.
about the Pope or
That's tight, actually.
Christianity.
That doesn't sound too far off from my upbringing. I guess, like, we just never went to church. Like, I think both of my parents would categorize themselves, especially my dad now. He goes to church regularly now, but when we were growing up, we didn't really go to church all that regularly. We would go when we went to my dad's house on his weekends.
Oh, yeah.
In my teen years, but in my teen years, we didn't go to his house that many weekends.
Yeah, because you didn't want to go to church.
I didn't like hate it as much. It was uncomfortable for me because it would be like a situation where it's like you go to like a church, like, you know, all the adults are here and then they have like teen youth group church and fucking little babies church or whatever. You know, they don't make a teen kid like sit and listen or whatever. They're like, we gotta reach them. Or something.
Sit in a circle.
Yeah, exactly. But what was uncomfortable about it is because like I would not be there every week, and so like it would just be all these kids who were like friends with each other because they saw each other every week and they all like went to the same school or whatever the fuck. And so I would go there like sparingly, and then it would just be like uncomfortable.
I hated the teen stuff.
Yeah.
I had a fun youth group, but that was because I went all the time and it was like normal and fun.
Yeah.
But then like when I had to go to like where my mom went, like at a big church and go to that and just like squeeze in there, I hate it.
I found it interesting when I was a kid. I was like, I don't know. I just liked stories, I think.
Yeah, I don't like new people, and then the pastor or whatever was always trying to be like cool, but it was like this older guy who's like, I was like, what are you?
My friends all went to like churches because like the church that we went to literally met in like an elementary school or something. Like it was like not very big. But like the churches that like all my friends went to in their youth groups, they had like basketball courts and like, you know, they had like all like a fucking rock wall or something. Like they went to like mega like churches.
A vineyard.
Yeah, where it's literally geared towards like shit that kids like.
Yeah.
So they're like, yeah, we'll keep them in here.
Yeah. They're like, look at all these distractions. You don't even have to think of God in this church.
Yeah, you don't even have to think of God.
Yeah.
Your parents get free coffee.
That's see the thing. I think about this a bit where I'm like when I drive past the church I used to go to or whatever, I kind of like I have a feeling of like missing it. Like not about it, just going there, getting like donuts and like just sitting there.
Yeah.
And it's like in my mind it was like relaxing.
Yeah.
But then but I would never go. Like I'm like I'm like interested to go just. But then I'm like, I would never wake up on a Sunday morning and go do that. I'd be miserable.
Well, I think
like going to a job.
Like a lot of those places have really lost any semblance of like what they're supposed to be.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just sort of weird.
It's also very dependent on the pastor too.
Did Jesus really want everybody playing basketball like this?
Yeah. Throwing water balloons at each other.
Yeah.
Wear your most see-through shirt today.
But I also feel like for a good portion of my life, my dad just like, or like we would just watch like the History Channel on Sundays or whatever, and it would be like Ancient Aliens and like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Is that what was?
My
that your
dad loves Ancient Aliens.
Yeah,
Ancient Aliens and the Holocaust. That's what our dads always.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, dads love World War II.
Yeah.
That's just a fact.
The other night I was leaving her house and he was watching something about the Holocaust, and he was like, it's just terrible. And I was like, well, it's a good thing that it wasn't real. And he got really mad. He was like, no, it was.
Yeah,
Well, he
but
had
good
been
on your
sitting
dad,
there
though.
for hours, like watching TV, shaking his head.
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
very mad.
Good on your dad, though, for not letting Dayton even joke about
Yeah.
Holocaust denial. Actually, very, very cool.
Yeah.
I don't know anything else about your dad, but he's
Well, he's a
standing up to
great guy.
Dayton's anti-Semitism.
He's a great
so
guy.
It's probably good.
Yeah.
He calls Dayton gay.
And he likes to call me that.
Okay,
Because Dayton tries to go, I love you.
now he's starting to sound like the Pope a little bit.
He doesn't use that word.
Oh, nice.
No.
That's good.
Yeah, he's a
You
good.
have a progressive dad.
Very.
He's
Wow,
progressive.
it's pretty sick.
Well, what he thinks is progressive because he was born in 1959.
Oh, whoa,
So he's
your dad's
doing
older
his-
than my dad.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was an accident.
Whoa.
My
what
brother's
are
like
you-
40.
Your brother?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Damn, dude. Wait. You have a 40-year-old brother?
Yeah, his name's Jason.
So crazy. I didn't know that. How old were your parents when they had you?
I don't know. My dad's 65 in September, and I'm 19, so that's... Oh, we're also born on the same day. I don't know. I just did the math. My mom was like 36. My dad was like 47, I think. But I don't know. I didn't do the math.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Okay. And your brother was... So wait, how much older is your brother than you? He's like 20 years older than you.
Yeah, my dad had my brother. Well, he didn't have him, and he has a different wife.
Oh, gotcha.
He's like my half brother, but he's my brother.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. That's making... I thought that you were literally like a miracle. Like, I thought that your mom was like... I don't know. I was just assuming, I guess, that your mom was born around the same time as your dad, but...
Absolutely not. They're 11 years apart.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. That's... All right. For a second, I was like, Jesus Christ. So it's like, no wonder your mom's Catholic.
I called my dad today because it's Father's Day.
Nice.
And
What
he
did
didn't
say?
answer, and I was like, yes.
Dang, dude.
Yeah.
You do have like a... Because you told that story on here before about shooting the deer with your dad and how it made you cry. And
Yeah.
you fucking was like...
I was
the
well, I
only
posted that
time-
joke on Instagram,
Yeah.
the shooting the deer joke
Yeah.
and crying. And there's a lot of people commenting like, giving a gun to a kid of that age and letting them take a life is... And then I'm like, shut up. To you. But
That's
even
so
though
funny.
it was like
Yeah,
to me, it
it's
was
like it's
traumatic
like traumatic
and-
for you,
yeah,
but
yeah.
then you're like defending him.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, that's how you know it had a poor effect on you. What
Yeah,
happened.
yeah.
Because you like can't. Even when people are like almost being on your side.
Yeah, yeah.
They're like, yeah, that's like messed up actually.
yeah.
And you're like, shut the fuck up. Only
there's-
I'm allowed to say that.
But they're also being like, not because they're like, that's how serial killers are made. I'm like, I'm not gonna kill a person after
and that's
crying
also
about.
not how it works.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not like if you get made to kill an animal by like an elder in your it's not like that turns you into a serial killer. Serial killers are like when they're kids and they kill animals, it's like they want to, dude.
Yeah.
Like Jeffrey Dahmer's
and their dad would never take them hunting.
Yeah.
Serial killers' dads. Yeah.
dude, or like a bunch of them, like their parents were like, yeah, my kid was fucking weird.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Dahmer's dad, there's a story about him where he's like talks about how when he was a little kid there was like a bunch of dead birds, like a bunch of birds got trapped under their crawl space
Yeah.
and like other little animals and stuff, and they died. And so he was like cleaning out the crawl space and like pulling out all these like animal bones and stuff. And his kid Jeffrey Dahmer is like really little, like 3 or 4 years old, and like kept sticking his hands in the pile of like dead animal bones and like was just like clearly like loved it. And it's like, yeah, dude, like
What a freak.
yeah. But it is though. It's like it's not the same because I got made to kill small animals when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I mean, you killed a deer, but like I got made to kill little chipmunks. What about you, Bry?
I would never kill it. I've never killed it, and my parents don't. We're like, we'll take in any animal. We'll take care of any animal.
Wow.
She has crazy.
No.
I'm sorry.
Don't tell anyone. Take that out. Take that out. I'll tell you later.
What is it? What happened?
No, I can't tell you. Don't post
All
this.
right, fine. I'm not gonna cut it, but we're just gonna have to leave everybody hanging, I guess.
Yeah.
Because I
Okay.
don't want to do the editing.
She
When I
has
was,
a
like,
deer in her
I
house.
have a deer.
Whoa, really?
No. We would like, our cats would like try to kill birds outside because we had a lot of outside cats, and then we would take them in and like raise them and release them.
Nice.
Like my whole life, but that's illegal in Missouri.
It's illegal in Missouri to
To
save
take a wild
birds.
animal.
Because then the wildlife people will come and then they'll kill them,
Yeah.
even if you're like trying to.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Like if I had a raccoon in my house and then I was like, no, I'm taking care of it, they would be like, we have to euthanize it.
Yeah, that makes sense though. I mean, because you can't just let it like everybody have raccoons and stuff.
I think everyone should have a raccoon. I think I should have a raccoon.
I just don't think they should kill it though.
I think you should be able to get like a wildlife license so that you can
Yes.
take in wildlife to help it in your home.
Yeah.
And if you have the license, then it should be okay.
Yeah.
With,
No, that's
like-
good. But also like
in
them
Missouri,
coming in
it's
and-
really hard to get like a wildlife license.
I bet that I don't even know if that existed, but I bet that they make it tough because they just want to kill stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess a lot of people up around here are obsessed with killing animals.
Yeah.
I
they
hate
are.
That's
it.
like
They
a
are.
huge thing. And I don't understand it, dude. Whenever people are like, yeah, like I hunt and I eat what I hunt. And I'm like, I guess that's good, but like there's still a bunch of animals getting murdered for the stuff at the grocery store.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you
yeah.
not eating it doesn't
Well, that's
this doesn't change the circumstances that people are upset about.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I think that if we didn't have like a factory full of chickens that were like fucking forcing tubes down their throat to like feed them or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then I would be like, okay, yeah, dude, like your hunting argument is a good one.
Yeah.
But
Well, that's another thing to the deer thing is that the deer that I killed, my dad was very big on like we do have to use the whole thing, like eat it all, and the person who like made it into food, like the meat had like hair in it, but he was still like, but we gotta eat it, we gotta eat this deer. I hated it. It tasted awful.
Yeah,
so I killed a deer and I hated eating it.
that's also crazy, like that it had hair in it, because that's not normal, dude. Like,
Not at all. No.
yeah, they must have been doing a really bad job.
Yeah, it was disgusting. It was awful. The jerky was like okay.
Yeah.
They made from it, but it was like I
So
didn't
what is your
enjoy.
dad, like a cowboy or something, or like?
He's kind of he's a little bit of a cowboy.
Really?
Yeah. Well, my
This-
mom's boyfriend now is like a legit cowboy, like an actual like has cows and herds them
Like a
and feeds
rancher?
them and yeah,
Okay.
he's like a real cowboy.
But your dad is like a wannabe.
I wouldn't call him a wannabe. He's living his own. I wouldn't call him a cowboy though, as he doesn't have like cows. But if cows were taken out of the picture, I'd call him a cowboy.
What is he, like a farmer?
He's I don't know. He lives in a donut shop now that he turned.
Classic cowboy.
Well, he
Yeah,
stopped-
the only thing that we need to take out of the pictures is the cows, not the fact that he lives in a fucking donut factory or
Well,
whatever
he-
the fuck are you talking about, dude?
It's kind of a wild story.
He's like, all right, Dayton, now that we've killed the deer, let's take it back to the donut factory. We're gonna make some deer donuts.
Deer donut.
God, dude.
Well, he stopped. He worked at Ford. We moved from Oklahoma to Kansas City for his job. And he worked at Ford, and then he quit 2 years before retirement.
Yeah.
He just had 2 more years, and he quit, and was like, I just need to like move into the woods. And he went to like Oklahoma by a lake, and he bought this like old donut shop and just made it into a house. It's actually like kind of cool, except for like the showers
Okay,
like
yeah,
in the
that sounds-
kitchen.
That sounds kind of sick.
And
yeah,
there's a
because
lot-
it's where they used to wash all the donuts off at.
yeah. But he
Why is it in the kitchen?
well, he had to make a shower. There wasn't a shower in there. And he was like, well, this is like it's small.
Yeah.
He was like, this is like the only spot. He just
I
like
feel
works on like people's troller motors because he lives on a lake.
I don't know, dude. I gotta tell you, I'm a little hung up on this shower in the kitchen thing because, and I'm not trying to like shit on your dad or whatever, but there's definitely a way that he could have put it a different place in the house. And I
don't
feel
know
like
if you've seen the house. It's like a kitchen and then his room.
it's really tiny.
It's tiny, yeah.
What kind of donut shop was it? Just
Just like a little
like a
lake
Krispy
donut
Kreme or
shop.
like-
No, it wasn't like a name brand. It was like a
No.
little. Most places around where he lives is like mom and pop.
Yeah.
There's like maybe a McDonald's down the
Yeah.
road, but yeah,
And
it's
so he just works on trolling motors on boats and
yeah, and he'll like mow my grandparents' yard, like mow yards and
Oh,
stuff
that's
like
cool.
that, and
yeah.
but he
I
doesn't
like
really
mowing.
have like a set job.
Yeah.
He's just like getting money that way.
He's just like a rugged libertarian kind of guy.
Yeah, he's like dark, super, because he's always outside in the sun,
Yeah.
always.
What does he
And,
think about stand-up comedy?
He loves it.
Really?
Yeah,
What does he think about your stand-up comedy?
I think I don't really know, but he seems to like, he's supportive.
Nice.
He is supportive. Whenever he sees me, I try not to do as many dad jokes because I do go at him pretty hard. But
Yeah.
I do feel like bad. I heard he heard about that shooting the deer and crying joke.
Yeah, dude.
And he didn't love that because he's like, I never called you gay.
Dude, that is so funny. Because the idea that you've given me about this guy is like that he's an asshole.
Yeah.
And now you're like, and so I feel like you're telling me this stuff and I'm making fun of him. And then you're like, wait, but it's actually not like I've made it out to be.
Well,
at all.
I love him now. I've taken a step away from him.
I get it though.
Has made me be like, he's a good.
And as you grow up, you start to understand your parents more.
Yeah.
And it's easier.
They did think I was gay. Like that was like a truth.
I learned that a lot of people in my family thought I was gay growing up.
Yeah.
And I think it's just because I was so funny.
Yeah.
They were like, how can this kid not be gay?
Well, I was like a theatery boy, just trying to like...
A theater kid?
Kind of. I mean, I did like backstage stuff, but I was still around them all the time, so I was like flamboyant.
I played sports. I played football, and I was like not very good at football, honestly.
I did football too.
And I played baseball, and I was okay at baseball when I was younger, but then as I got older, I got too fat.
Yeah.
And then I played ice hockey too, and that was probably the sport that I was best at.
Yeah, that was my favorite one.
Yeah.
Because my dad made me play football. I hated that. He made me do wrestling. I felt like I've done all those sports.
To play football, dude.
Yeah, and hockey.
Yeah. But
I mean, hockey you can kind of skate around.
Yeah, you can get away with being a little smaller.
Yeah.
Especially before you can like check each other.
Yeah, that's true.
Did you play any sports, bro?
I never played a sport. I literally played Roblox from till I was 10 till I was 16.
Wait, you play Roblox?
I'm not kidding. I played Roblox my whole life and I still think about it every day.
So I don't know. My only frame of reference for Roblox is like, because it's like you literally get you can get a job in there. Like not like an actual job where you make money, but there are some servers where it's like people go and they have like, it's like they've set up like a little society.
And
if you don't fucking show up to your job or something, like if you're not playing Roblox, they'll fucking kick you out. Like,
yes.
Like that kind of shit.
No, when I played, it was a lot smaller. It wasn't as popular as it was now because I'm an OG, first of all.
You're an original adopter.
And I get on there. Yeah, I used to say 1, 2, 3 for a mom, 1, 2, 3 for a mom. And if they said 1, 2, 3, they were my kid. And I was their mom. But I really was into role playing. Like, that was all I cared about. Not like kisses you, loves you. I did like real like paragraph long role playing.
Yeah.
Specifically on The Walking Dead. I could tell you about any character, but they're all characters we made. That's my whole online friend group. I still talk to them to this day. I did that forever. You guys
made The Walking Dead in Roblox?
Someone else did. I think their name was Deceptive Insidious. He made that game. And then I met all my friends in 2014 to this day on that game, and I still talk to them and we still talk about our characters.
Dude, that's because I feel like I was born in 1994, and so I'm like in between like millennial and Gen Z or whatever, I think.
Yeah.
But there's like a lot of stuff like that resonates with me. Like I have so many friends, or like I know so many people or whatever who like made like a bunch of online friends that are still like really close friends with them. Yeah. And I don't know, dude, like that shit makes sense to me. I used to play RuneScape when I was a kid.
Yeah.
That was like the big. We would play RuneScape a bunch, and there was like ways to like steal people, or you'd always try to like scam people out of their stuff. And it was just classic fun. I love online video games that let you pretend.
It's like harder for me to understand because at a point, like one of her online friends was like being evil and like destroying her, and she was like destroyed about it. I was like, it's online, you don't even know them, just block it out.
You don't know it.
Dude, but one thing that I do know about Roblox is that they at like a certain point recently, it's become a tool for like legitimate like fascist political parties and stuff will go on there and like recruit kids.
Yes.
To, like, dude,
that's smart.
Yeah,
that's kind of genius.
Really smart, but it's like bad.
There was a group recruiting like game where you would go and advertise your group. You can make any group you want on there, and they would be like, it would be like, oh, I have this coffee shop who wants to come work at my coffee shop for no pay for hours. Yeah. And I would do that like for hours, and I take it really seriously. But there was like military stuff, and you would go and you have to go through basic on Roblox so you could be in the military. It was awesome.
Is
that why you want to be in the military?
I was so good at it.
There were like people, I can't remember the name of this, but like there were these people who they made this like campaign ad, like unofficial campaign ad for Ron DeSantis that had like it was like crazy, like, you know, sort of like contemporary video editing where it's like all fucking like flashing at you really quick and it's like Ron DeSantis like is so cool or whatever, but there's like literally like the Nazi black sun symbol is like behind him and stuff.
Wow.
And then like I was listening to this thing that was like doing a deep dive on the people who made this video. And they're like, yeah, they also run a Roblox server that's like teaching little kids like fascist political ideology through like some like Roblox role play.
That's
or whatever,
awful,
but
yeah.
they do that with video games now, dude.
Smart.
Club Penguin, that happened to Club Penguin.
Oh
actually,
yeah,
too.
I've got kicked off of Club Penguin so many times.
Really?
Yeah, for like it's like bullying.
Like what?
Like you can get kicked off for just telling someone to shut up.
Dude, well, for like on the tail end of it though, there were like a bunch of people who kept like going on there and like making swastikas everywhere and stuff.
How do you do that on Club Penguin?
Yeah, dude,
With the
I don't
snowballs.
know. Yeah, they were
Wow.
like vandalizing shit. Or like, do you guys know anything about the game Second Life? This was like kind of probably like a little too long ago for you guys to know about it, but there was this game called Second Life that was literally like you could make a character and be like anything you want in this online, like, and it's just your role playing life. And it's a Second Life.
Whoa.
And people would like, I mean, first of all, that you could like make babies, like you could be a baby character, and so like a bunch of pedophiles would go on there and like.
Is it like realistic
kind of
or just like?
I like, it's hard to explain, but like a little bit, yeah, like.
Yeah.
And
like Sims, kind of.
It is, yeah. It's kind of like The Sims, but like it's all online, and there were people who owned property in this game. Like at one point, they were making like real money off of owning property in Second Life, and like a bunch of stores and shit like that were buying property in Second Life like for real money. Like they're spending, and it ended up being like real money, and it like immediately people were like, you know, they would have to like rent an apartment in Second Life or something. Like if you wanted to play the game, like you'd have to like rent an apartment or like buy shit or whatever. It just immediately became exactly like real life.
Oh god.
And it was like really depressing, and like they would do so like funny interviews with like these like Second Life billionaires.
Yeah.
Where they would be like, you know, and there would be like protests and shit like in the game at these speeches and stuff. It's crazy. It's like, why are we doing this? Like,
yeah, that sounds so fun.
But we've seen like Roblox too. Like they have people who they're like servers where they're like, you're a cop in this fucking, and you gotta like work overtime.
Yeah, yeah. Stay on the game.
They're like, how are we gonna keep crime down?
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. I played that game.
Really?
It was called like, I don't know what the new one is, but it was like a town name, and then there would be like criminals, and then there's cops, and you'd have to report to work and go shoot criminals.
Yeah.
And it was bad.
Yeah, go shoot them.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think that violent video games like cause people to do fucked up shit. Like I'm not that kind of person. But I do think that it's like if we shouldn't be having little kids pretend to be cops.
Yeah.
It's not very good. We shouldn't just be doing the Stanford prison experiment a bunch of times with little kids.
Well, if you were a criminal in the game, they would like put you in jail. Then you'd have to roleplay being in jail until you escaped. It was really it was like a
very in-depth roleplay on.
I don't
Roblox,
even know anything.
dude.
I thought Roblox was just like Minecraft.
Absolutely not.
It looks like Minecraft, but
a little bit. They're blocks.
Yeah, it's blocky.
Yeah.
No, because now there's like you can put on different bodies now, and you can be like skinny, and then all the boys on Roblox will want you if you have the skinny body.
Dysmorphia has made it into Roblox. Yeah. That's crazy. They're like, the blocks weren't enough.
See,
we need them to feel uncomfortable about their blocks. They'll spend more money.
I just liked Crash Bandicoot and Batman.
You're a Crash Bandicoot boy?
Oh,
You're
loved
a Bandicoot boy, dude?
I loved Bandicoot.
You like Bandicoot?
Oh, Crash?
Yeah.
I'm talking about Crash? I know a thing or two about Crash.
I played a lot of sports video games when I was younger.
Yeah. See, I was never into sports.
Yeah.
I like hockey was fun because I just liked skating, I think, and it was fun to have like a goal kind of. But I just kind kind of wish I was a little more, especially Kansas City now is like you have to be football, and I'm just like I get excited because it's fun, like in New York seeing people wearing Chiefs stuff.
Dude, it makes me
Kansas
like
City,
the Chiefs less. I'm like, you guys are. It's like when a band gets too popular,
or
whatever, and you're like, oh,
yeah,
this sucks. And also, dude, I'll go on record: Kansas City Chiefs fans, some of the worst fans in the NFL.
Oh, I mean, every time we have a parade, something happens.
Yeah, well, dude, and beyond that, it's like we're the fans who like, I don't know if you remember during like the Black Lives Matter protests or like the subsequent season, like the first game of the year, they were doing like a show of unity or whatever at the beginning, and a bunch of Chiefs fans booed.
Ugh.
And it's like, dude, how are you gonna boo a show of unity? It's like, come on, like,
boo.
guys, just yeah. And then the tomahawk chop. I think that we gotta retire the tomahawk chop.
Yeah.
It's time, dude. We don't need to be doing that anymore.
Yeah.
Ginny and I went to a concert. We went to Boulevardia the other night, and people started doing it like in the middle of the concert, and the band is from Berlin, Germany, and I'm like, dude, we do not need to be getting Germans to do the tomahawk chop
that's crazy
in Kansas City. Like, this is a bad look.
Yeah.
And the guy on stage, like, people were doing that, and he was like, oh, okay. He was like, okay. I'm not doing a German accent, but he's like, oh.
Yeah.
Okay then. And then they just started playing another song. But dude, it's just bad. It's a bad look. Like, I wish people would quit doing that shit everywhere. Come on, guys.
The headdresses and all that.
But dude, a bunch of people get upset about it. They're like, it's our fucking culture.
Yeah.
No, it isn't.
Yeah.
Dude.
Well, I mean, that's Smithville. My high school, Smithville Warriors, was all. Our mascot was just. It's embarrassing.
See, but Warriors is easier, dude, because you can just change the mascot.
Yeah, but they're not.
Yeah,
it costs a lot of money to get that costume, that
dude,
huge Indian head and
that's so
Native
crazy.
American head.
I don't know, dude. I do think that it's people who are fans of the Chiefs suck, and it makes me bummed to be a Chiefs fan sometimes.
Well, they're starting to become really not liked too, because the Chiefs were liked by a lot of people for a bit
when they
started
kind of thing.
Getting big too, and they were like Pat Mahomes and all that. And now it's just like. In New York, the Super Bowl party we went to or whatever, everyone was like not for the Chiefs at all.
Dude, everybody is really
no
pissed
one
off,
cared about the other team.
I love that aspect of it. I like when people hate them because of like their success. Like, I think that's great.
Yeah,
and that would exist no matter what they were called.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
Stuff like that. But
true.
I feel it pains me so much that people have this thing where they can be like, it's racist.
Yeah.
Like, God damn it.
Yeah.
You're right. I wish it wasn't. And dude, people will also be like, well, it's not even named after Native American chiefs. It's named after the mayor who helped get the Chiefs here, and his nickname was Chief. And I'm like, but the fucking logo's an arrowhead, bitch.
Yeah.
It is an arrowhead.
People wear feathers.
Yes, dude, yes. Yeah. And like, I don't know, man. It fucking bums me out. And all of our players are like getting arrested for fucking like crashing into old ladies and fucking shooting dogs in the face or whatever the fuck. And I'm like, God, dude, why can't you guys just be normal?
Yeah, exactly.
Why can't you guys just be normal, dude? It's tough, honestly. Like, because I like football a lot. I love watching football. I like it. It's like a good distraction for me from like all of the terrible things going on at a given moment. But like, it's tough to be a fan of football sometimes.
Yes.
And especially of the Chiefs, because I'm like, these guys are all kind of huge pieces of shit.
Yeah.
Like Harrison Butker, dude.
Yeah.
That guy's crazy.
Yeah.
That's psychotic.
Yeah.
And he's the kicker.
Yeah.
He's like one of the most like, he's like the least football player on the football team.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be talking about this, dude. Nobody cares if you think women should be in the kitchen.
Yeah.
You kick a football.
Yeah.
It's insane to me. I'm like, how does
and then
this
people
guy...
are like, speaking the truth.
No, I find it even hard to follow sports stuff on social media anymore, because all the comments, dude, are just like, I'm like, is every sports fan a piece of shit?
Yeah.
It's starting to feel like,
yeah.
But I know that stuff like all goes to the top of those comment threads because people are like
interacting with it
and, that kind
and
of
all
stuff.
that. Yeah.
And so I just kind of I've quit looking at, because like I don't want to
It's hard not to though. Did you see that AI is doing something on Facebook now? They'll like take all the comments and give a consensus of what the comments, like all these comments, like it'll be like mostly negative comments with some, it'll just like sum it up for you so you don't have to read the comments.
Oh, like it'll tell you generally what is going on in the comment
it'll
section
literally
of a
be
given
like with a
post.
few people supporting it, like it most people are mad that Taylor Swift had snot rolling out her nose or whatever.
Oh, I saw that.
That was really funny.
They were
Did you see
mad?
that?
They were mad about it?
No, I was just giving an example, like what it would say. Did you see that video though?
No. Is it gross?
No, her nose run and she wiped it because she was on stage
That's
doing
it?
her
And
2-hour
then she
concert.
had a big old snot thing hanging off her hand for a long time.
Dude,
Who cares?
people get,
It's funny.
People
I
are-
think it's entertaining.
I do think that sounds like funny in the sense of like, like that happens to me.
yeah.
You know, or something
Yeah.
like that. But people get like so obsessed. I mean, there were like a lot of, the Pentagon had to like put out a statement at one point that about like how Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce were not like employed by the Pentagon or something because people were like, it's a psyop.
Oh my god.
They're doing a psyop.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That Pentagon had to be like, no.
People hate Taylor Swift, and I don't particularly think she's all that awesome in terms of like, you know, a citizen of the world flying that fucking jet around every place. Like,
Yeah.
chill out, lady.
Yeah,
How about
yeah.
you give away some of your fucking money? You
Yeah.
know? Like, you can give me some of that money.
Yeah. Give it to me.
Hey, Taylor Swift,
I
why don't you
want
give
it.
me some money? Huh? But, you
Guess
know.
who we're going to go see?
Who?
The Rolling Stones
Ooh.
at Lake of the Ozarks.
Yeah, dude. Whoa, they're
Yeah.
going to be at Lake of the Ozarks?
Yeah, this like
Damn.
crazy audit, like
Farewell tour. Their like third farewell tour.
Yeah. It
Sorry,
better be their
could-
last.
Those guys aren't going to be around for much
That's what I'm
longer.
hoping.
When are
What?
you gonna
I'm
go?
just kidding.
When are you going to see him?
We're going July.
Nice, dude. Like
Yeah.
a little 4th of July. Is it? What day is it on?
It's like July
21st.
19th. 21st, yeah. Yeah.
So not the 4th of July.
And that
Would have been
Mm.
cool.
would have been.
Would have been cool.
But this is going to be, I mean, it's like it overlooks the lake. It's like a really sick venue.
That's
It's
pretty
cool.
tight.
I know.
That sounds cool. What
Yeah.
do you want them to play the most? What song do you want to hear the most?
Shattered.
Nice.
You want to hear
Okay.
Shattered? I don't know. Wild Horses.
Yeah.
I want to hear
Paint It
So
Black.
Young, the one where he finds an underage girl and he's like, she's so young. God help me, she's so young. I
Dude,
love that song.
You know what I learned recently is that Steven Tyler adopted a girl that was like 15 so that he could take her over state lines.
Wait, who's that?
He's like the lead singer of Aerosmith.
Oh.
He adopted a child that he was like dating and then took so that he could take her around the country with him.
That's awesome.
Who's that
This
movie guy who did
country
that?
is fucking insane, dude. People don't realize, I don't think, that it only like just recently became illegal to like marry a kid.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
It's
that-
like not. It was like not that long ago. A lot of places, dude, didn't have like really like contemporary laws like that until
Yeah.
like the fucking 70s
I
or
think
80s.
in
Like
Japan,
at earliest.
I think I could be
They
wrong.
like
I'm not-
just raised the age
just
to like
it was
16.
like yeah, and it was like 13.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Like
crazy.
just like last year.
Dude, and that's how you know that like everything that people say about like Christo-Judeo values or like
Yeah.
whatever is bullshit.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like,
that's
'cause
true.
I'm like, if you guys are so smart, then why are all these people marrying kids?
Yeah.
What's up with that? If you guys got the best set of values, how come all these kids keep getting married?
Yeah.
Feels a little weird. Feels a little weird to me, dude.
13. I don't know. If you ask
Yeah.
me, that's a little too young.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Maybe Whoopi Goldberg will finally ask the Pope the tough question.
Yeah.
At the fucking comedy festival or whatever.
Is it like a festival? Is that what's happening?
Dude, he's having a bunch of comedians to the Vatican. They're gonna be joking.
Yeah, there's gonna be jokes.
I'm sure they're gonna be joking around. You don't think that they're
jokes.
gonna let you don't think they're gonna let some of these comics on the mic?
Oh, they're gonna all go on the mic. Yeah.
I think a lot of them are people who consider themselves to be Catholic, which.
Really?
Yeah.
All those names.
Jimmy Fallon's Catholic?
No, but Stephen Colbert is.
Really?
Yeah, and I bet that like those people were like raised Catholic at least, and like that kind of shit. You know?
That's fair.
It's just weird.
It is weird.
Just kind of weird. I don't know, dude. I feel like if like the Pope was like, "Hey, do you want to come do a comedy festival?" I'd be like, "No."
Yeah.
I actually don't like you that much.
Yeah.
I think you guys are kind of bad.
If he asked you now, you wouldn't? I think
No,
that'd be... Really?
I wouldn't do it. No, dude.
I'd
It's
be like,
why?
Pope? I don't even know anything.
Why does the Pope need comedy?
Yeah.
What does he want to use this for? Popes have only done evil stuff.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I don't want you to use my comedy for evil.
That's true.
Yeah.
Make it evil.
I don't trust the Pope.
That's fair.
I wouldn't be able to control myself there. Because we did a show in someone's basement and I went up and like used their lotion and went through their fridge and I really couldn't control myself at the Vatican.
Yeah, you'd be like stealing
the Pope's
I'd be touching things.
lotion.
Jewels, precious jewels, and
Ooh.
the Pope's hat.
Oh yeah, I'd be trying it on in the mirror.
Patting. Yeah.
Pope Bry Weltz. Well, you'd have to take a
Pope be a
Pope
girl?
name. I mean, there hasn't been a girl Pope, but I believe that a girl could be the Pope. I think you could do it.
But in God's name.
Yeah. I actually think that a woman could be the Pope.
That's a clip.
Yeah, clip it. Hey, clip it.
Clip it.
Yeah, no, but seriously, dude, I mean, like, why not,
Yeah, why not?
They can play
'Cause
basketball.
And why not me?
That's true.
Yeah, they can play basketball. They can vote.
I just think that God says no.
Yeah.
So-
I mean, if God's a woman, why can't the Pope be a woman?
That's true.
God is a woman.
Yeah. Yep.
God's a woman. And
God's a woman, and the Pope is a Jew. I'm just kidding. Dude, somebody out there does believe that.
That's crazy.
That's probably like definitely a conspiracy theory, especially because people believe that he's so progressive.
Yeah.
They're probably like, oh, this Soros funded Pope.
Yeah. He's so progressive in the story we just read. That's really funny.
He's saying the F slur multiple times. Even other Catholics are being like, dude, you gotta cool it. You can't talk like that.
And that's coming from a Catholic.
Yeah, and
that's
like,
crazy.
I'm a bishop, dude, and I'm telling you, you gotta change.
That reminds me, back to the Roblox thing, there was a Christian group. There was an LGBT group for people on Roblox who were in the LGBT community, and last time I checked, they had turned it into an anti-gay Christianity Catholic-run group.
Yeah.
So
for a bunch of 6-year-olds to go.
Nice.
Or 19-year-olds.
It's fucking crazy, dude. The future is terrifying to me because of all the stuff people can do on the internet.
Yeah.
Well, do you think that's gonna? I don't know. It's just gonna be a weird shift. I was thinking about that the other day because it's terrifying, and I hate the new generations being like they're just like annoying. They don't seem like, I don't know, but I'm wondering if it is gonna like make them smarter somehow, with all the information.
I think that the thing that I'm concerned about, or that like I was articulating, is just like, dude, so many people, like, now we're getting to the point where like people who know how to use the internet or like know how to influence people online are like coming of age or like getting into power at places.
Yeah.
It's really fucking scary.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
I don't think that it's like one of those things where I'm like, oh, like it's all like bad or whatever, but there's just such a lack of oversight in like a lot of it. And it's like, why is somebody allowed to go on Roblox and like make a gay conversion camp? That shouldn't be a thing,
Well, also
sad.
the algorithm is like, it's kind of scary because it can turn you into, I mean, I've been sucked up in a conservative before,
dude.
and I'm just like, Whoa. No, we gotta
people's
get back to
entire
sharks.
like view of the world gets skewed because even if you have like very middle of the road opinions or whatever, like there's not like a place for that online.
Yeah.
Like in a lot
That's
of like
true.
social media spaces. So it like will ultimately like be showing you like one stuff over like more of one thing over the other.
Yeah.
It's what they was designed to do. There's this I listened to this interview with this guy. He's the dude who created the YouTube recommendations algorithm. So like back in the day when YouTube first started, the shit that would be in the recommendations was just like, you know, it'd be like other videos from the person you're watching or like other shit that you've like videos from people that you've watched before or something.
Yeah.
And at some point they hired a team, and like specifically this guy who was like an AI machine learning person.
Yeah.
And he created an algorithm that would show people in the For You page, and they switched. They changed what they were focused on. So they used to be focused on making somebody click on another video.
Yeah.
But what they became focused on when they hired this guy is they were like, we want you to keep people watching. Like, we want them to watch videos for longer. That's what we want. We want them to spend longer watching videos. And he fucking nailed it. Because this algorithm was showing people, but it was doing exactly what you were describing. Is like it was taking people into, and it would only show them stuff that like that sort of encompass like one worldview. And he noticed this, you know, and like it depending on the person, right? Like if they were like super left wing, like it would show them like a lot of really left wing stuff. If they were super conservative, it'd show them a lot of conservative stuff. And he noticed it, and he was like, I'm letting you guys know that this is fucked up, and I came up with a way to fix it.
Yeah.
To YouTube, and they were like, no. They were like, that's not the scope of what we want you to do, so don't worry about it. And he kept bringing it up to them, and then eventually they fired him because he kept being like, we shouldn't be doing this. We shouldn't be doing this. And then like 2 years later, because he's from France, and he was like on a train in France, and there was a dude watching YouTube next to him on the train. And it was a bunch of videos about how they were going to like murder like a billion people across the globe like the next week or something like that. It was like this crazy conspiracy theory thing. And he started talking to the guy because he was like, what are you watching? Like, and the guy's explaining the whole thing. And he's like, yeah, like that's, he's like, well, you can't possibly like think that's real or whatever. And the guy's like, what do you mean? Like, why? Like, why would somebody be making this video if this wasn't real? Yeah. And he was just like, this dude was just like, fuck. I was like, no.
A billion people.
Yeah, dude. He just like fucking basically had to confront like the fact that the algorithm that he made for YouTube was like destroying people.
Oh, he's like a little Oppenheimer.
Yeah. And he didn't even like, but he tried to fix it. He tried to be like, we should fix it. And like, they were like, shut your fucking mouth. Yeah. And I think he even violated like an NDA. But all that shit is fucked up, dude. Like, Twitter has a bunch of, like, people from foreign governments that work for them. Yeah. And they've always have, like, that unmasked dissidents in other countries. Like, people who are, like protesting shit, like other governments. They'll have people who work at Twitter that are, like, you know, spies for that other government. Yeah. And then they'll just be like, yeah, that's actually Mark.
That's crazy.
Running this Twitter account, and then they'll just get killed.
I don't get how Twitter is still so like big. I mean, I don't feel like anyone I really talk to.
It's crazy on there.
It's crazy
now,
on it.
It's
like,
wild. Like, it's hard to go on there. It's hard to use anymore.
Yeah.
It's like worse somehow, but like a lot of the people on there are fucking insane.
Yeah. It's not even like a fun social media site at all. It's not like. Yeah. I don't know. I just like everyone I seem to talk to now like doesn't use it. Yeah. So it's like they're like hate it.
Yeah.
I'm like,
it turns out free speech sucks. Actually.
Yeah.
Nobody likes it.
Yeah, that's true.
It turns out maybe some people should shut the fuck up.
Yes.
And not get to talk.
Yes. Exactly.
I don't know. Tough. Sad. I've been doing that a lot lately because Donald Trump likes to do that.
What?
Like he'll just say like a
tough.
Yeah, like a fucking adjective. Yeah. And then he'll be like sad.
Sad. So sad.
Sad. Tough. Sorry. We did it though, guys. We recorded a whole hour of podcasts.
Yay.
Let's go. We only got through one story.
Yeah, I know. We did. You want to hear a couple of the other ones?
Yeah.
Just really quick, some rapid fire.
Let's do rapid.
They banned some noodles in Denmark for being too spicy.
Oh, gosh.
They were like instant noodles from South Korea.
Yeah.
And they're like, these are too spicy. We got to ban these, actually.
It's just probably one guy that got mad about it being hot.
What brand was it?
It's,
People get hurt or something?
Is it Boldak?
It
is.
Ones? Yeah, Boldak.
I love those.
Yeah, well.
They are spicy,
They're
though.
too spicy for people in Denmark. People in Denmark are little babies. Speaking of babies, though, there was a baby born in a golden corral.
Whoa.
To a lady who didn't know that she was pregnant, which I just feel like most of the women who go to Golden Corral probably don't know that they're pregnant.
She didn't.
Like, that's like the state of every,
see.
like, you walk into a Golden Corral as a woman and you get pregnant and then you might have a baby before if you don't walk out quick enough. Like, every woman in there is technically pregnant at any given time.
All the food she was shoveling pushed it out of her.
I know, dude. It's crazy.
And then she got to get some cotton candy afterwards.
I was almost born in a fried chicken restaurant.
Really?
Do you kind of wish you were for the story?
Stroud's, you know Stroud's?
Yeah,
the
I know
local
Stroud's.
place? It was at the original one, when it was still open, and my mom's water broke while we were in Stroud's.
Aw.
Wow.
And they like gave him a bunch of T-shirts,
Aw.
and were like, "You have to name your kid Stroud." And
Really?
my mom was like, "No."
You have to name your kid Arby's.
Yeah.
Golden
She's
Corral.
Fucking, he's gonna be fat.
Yeah.
Dude, it would suck to look like I do now and be named after a fried chicken restaurant. I'd never hear the end of it, and like there's like all kinds of stuff. Dude, one time I dropped like some food on the floor somewhere or whatever, and somebody was like, "Oh, I would have eaten that," because they just like threw it away, and I was like, "Do you know what would happen to me if I ate food off the floor? Like, I would get ridiculed endlessly." It's not an option, dude. If you're a fat guy, you can't do stuff like that and then expect to not get bullied completely, you know?
Who helped her at the Golden Corral?
Who helped her?
Like, don't you need help? She couldn't have just had like a... I can't imagine any of those patrons at Golden Corral were like, "I'll help. I'll put down my plate of ham and go help you pull that baby out."
Yeah, it's her second child too,
Nice.
but the baby was fine,
Good.
and
Yeah, I'd be fine too if I was born in a Golden Corral. I'd be like, hell yeah, let's go.
yeah, Woodfork gave birth to like 911. They called 911. She didn't gain any weight or anything.
That's scary.
Wild.
Yeah.
Do you remember that
It's
show?
immaculate conception, dude.
Black Mirror episode.
Jesus loves Golden Corral.
That happens. There's a show called I Didn't Know I Was Pregnant. It happens.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not common, but it
No,
happens.
it says 1 in every 2,500 pregnancies go unnoticed.
Wow.
Yeah. Which I knew that was the thing. I think that a lot of times it happens to like people who are like bigger or something like that.
Yeah.
And so it's like since they're already big, then they don't notice a whole baby growing.
Yeah.
Like that would probably, I could get pregnant and not notice it.
Yeah.
Like I'm big
No,
enough.
I don't believe it.
I
You
could
would
get pregnant
notice.
and not notice
If
it.
your period stopped, you would know.
No, I wouldn't. Nuh-uh, I bet not.
Yeah.
I would not. Okay, then the last rapid fire is the Pentagon did a whole bunch of anti-vaccination stuff in the Philippines. They ran like an anti-vax disinformation campaign in the Philippines during COVID because the first vaccine that became available there was China's vaccine, and they didn't want people to take it. They wanted them to take the United States vaccine, and so they like had like a whole social media campaign to like dissuade Filipino people. And like, you know, they were being like, "It's Chinese, it'll kill you," and like all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's
It's
fucked.
crazy. It's fucking insane. It's fucking insane. And like, they interviewed, dude, for this article, they interviewed like 48 like current and former Pentagon like officials and like people who work. So it's not like they were like, they just like, you know, found a piece of paper that said this happened. They talked to a bunch of people. It's like a really long investigation. And here's like an example is like this is like one of the article or like the things that they, and this is in the Philippines. That's so their language is called Tagalog. I don't know exactly how to pronounce it, but that's Tagalog for China is the virus. And it says, do you want that? COVID came from China and vaccines came from China. Beneath the picture is then President Rodrigo Duterte saying, China, prioritize us first. I'll give you more islands, pogo, and black sand. Which just has to do with like their like relations between their countries or whatever. But yeah, it's like they were literally doing a campaign to like spread anti-vaccine conspiracy theories in other countries so that they wouldn't get vaccinated during COVID.
This world is so fucked up.
It's not really even funny. It's just sort of insane.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. Maybe we'll figure out a way to have a joke about it.
Yeah, that's true.
But we're out of time.
Okay.
Go ahead and plug your stuff, guys. Where can people find you online?
Follow Bry Weltz on Instagram. That's BRYWELTZ. Bry Weltz on Instagram.
Follow Dayton Bissett on Instagram. DaytonBissett.
And add Bry Weltz on Roblox. Plastic Beach Bry.
Yeah, and you can follow. Wait, you didn't say your stuff. Did you say your shit?
I said Instagram.
Okay,
Instagram.
yeah. Follow this podcast. As always, you can follow this podcast.
Follow this podcast.
jakin.off.podcast.
Jakin off.
You can send anything at all to jakin.off.podcast@gmail.com. I'll look at it at least once. That's my guarantee. That's the Jakin Off guarantee. Don't send me anything inappropriate. Please don't send me porn.
Or beheading videos.
Yeah, or beheading videos. Please don't send me any beheading videos. Please. I hope no one sends me any porn or beheading videos. Or any beheading porn. No,
Whoa.
that's really gross.
Did you ever watch that stuff?
No.
Not like porn. I don't know.
No,
Best gore like you watch?
I don't have a stomach for that.
Yeah.
I am a little baby.
I don't either.
I don't even like scary movies.
I was watching that when I was 9.
Really?
Reddit 50/50. Yeah, that's why I'm the way I am.
I definitely like early internet like saw some fucked up shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, as time has gone on, I've become better at avoiding that stuff.
Yeah.
But like, dude, still like every so often like something fucked up will come up on like my reels or whatever.
Yeah.
Like
Instagram will take down my videos and then show me someone dying immediately after.
Dude, I saw a video just today that was like a fucking gender reveal, and this plane was like a crop duster, and so it was flying low and like let out the color for the baby, which was pink.
Yeah.
But it like clearly like the person flying the plane was like doing a bad job, and they like tried to pull up really quick, and the fucking wings snapped on their plane and they crashed and died. But it's like you just see the plane crashing because people were at the gender reveal and like were just like going crazy about the thing. So like in the video, it's like a lady being like, woo! And like she turns and you just see the fucking wings breaking off the plane, and it's like going down out of view and shit. It's fucking terrifying. And I was like, why can they do this but I can't do a joke about Joe Biden's dog?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, why can somebody show me a plane crash where somebody dies, but I say that Joe Biden's dog shouldn't bite 11 people?
Yeah.
And they're like, no, you're not allowed to put this because it's a fucking... Oh, this guy can show me a plane crash, but fucking Fallout Boy can get my podcast taken down because I make fun of their fucking version of We Didn't Start the Fire? It's bullshit.
It's stupid.
I have a grudge against Fallout Boy, actually. One of our episodes got taken down because of Fallout Boy. Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Phil and I made fun of their version of We Didn't Start the Fire because it's insane. They like, one of the verses is like, it's like Sandy Hook, Columbine, Sandra Bland, Tamir Rice, ISIS, LeBron James, Shinzo Abe blown away. And it's like, why are you putting LeBron James in with like all these like school shootings and murders and stuff? And they took it down. They took down our episode.
Nice.
They kept. It's been like a year. They've been trying to take it down because I like play the song and then I stop it and we make fun of it and stuff. So
Yeah.
it's free use.
Yeah.
And they just kept hitting us with those copyright infringement shit. So
Fuck Fallout Boy.
yeah,
Final-
fuck
final
Fallout Boy.
statement. Fuck Fallout Boy.
Hey Fallout Boy, how about you come over here and fall out of my window, boy? I'm gonna fucking kill you by pushing you out of a window.
This wouldn't be a bad window to fall out of, though, because there's
Yeah.
a Mexican restaurant downstairs.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be something nice to smell.
Yeah.
Your last smell. Fallout Boy. No, Fallout Boy, you can come on my podcast. I won't kill you when you get here. Anyways, thanks for listening.
Thank
I
you.
love you.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.